to my first ever YouTube video and to my channel. I know, I'm a little late to the game, 2020, but better late than never, right? So today's video is gonna be pretty brief, hopefully. I wanted to introduce myself, introduce my channel, explain a little bit about who I am, what the channel will hopefully be about, and why I finally just decided to jump in to YouTube and start this. So first, my name is Jennifer Alfisi Flynn, and the name of my channel, Alfeisty, comes from a nickname that I received half a lifetime ago. My maiden name, Alfisi, was always a little difficult for everybody to pronounce, but my first name, Jennifer, was pretty common. Growing up in school, there was always at least two Jennifers, so everyone called me by my last name, Alfisi. And when I got into the workplace in my 20s, a lot of people came up with nicknames, good nicknames, fun nicknames, and one of my colleagues landed on Alfeisty, which was a combination of my last name, Alfisi, and my assertive, feisty personality. So Alfeisty came to be and frankly has kind of stuck ever since. So when I was coming up with a name for the channel, I thought something a little bit different. Obviously Jennifer and my new married name Flynn, there was gonna be a lot of those, so that wasn't gonna work. And Alfeisty just sort of fit. So that's where that comes from. So that's who I am. My current profession and full-time job has nothing to do with beauty or fashion or lifestyle, but I've loved those things as long as I can remember. When I was a little kid, I put makeup all over my poor younger sister. I basically stole it from my mother and made her up when she was, the tiniest little thing, and always dressed her up to do fashion shows and did all kinds of beauty looks. I've been in love with makeup and beauty and fashion for forever. When I was in school, I actually worked as a makeup artist for Chanel at Nordstrom for a number of years. I did makeup for my friends and for weddings. So although I've never done it, I guess technically as a profession, I've always been interested and dabbled with it my whole life. And then of course, life gets in the way, work gets in the way. And in the last couple of years, I've kind of moved away from doing anything creative or playing around with makeup as much or beauty. And recently, I think with some encouragement from my friends and family, I've decided to get back into that. And so here I am. So what is the channel going to be about? When I decided to do this channel, I had to think about what I would really want to focus on. And for me, it's really about what I love, which is the creativity, the joy of doing something like makeup or hair or fashion that expresses how you feel that particular day, that particular hour, that particular week. It's not about deciding that this is how you should look or what you should look like. There is no rules, or I don't think there are any rules when it comes to those types of things. You should do what you enjoy. But I think there are ways to express yourself that you can get a great deal of joy and love out of that I would like to share. So I'm gonna hopefully do that. Also, when I was looking at makeup and skincare and hair care, it was great to be able to go onto YouTube and watch some of these creators and see how it worked for them, what they did, what kind of looks they had, and also some of the products that I might have bought that I decided not to buy based on their reviews. Because let's face it, guys, some of the stuff is extremely expensive. And again, there's nothing wrong, depending on where you are, you might think a certain amount of money is a lot of money or not a lot of money. That doesn't matter. No matter what it is, no matter what the price tag. If something is not what you want it to be, then if somebody comes on that you trust and you have a relationship with and you respect their opinion, then you can say, hey, maybe that's not something I want, or maybe it is. Because it's hard to tell sometimes on the internet with all the pictures on Instagram, all the ads that you see, it all looks beautiful. And most of it, is gorgeous and it's great. But when you decide where you want to spend your money, it's great to be able to go onto Creator and watch what they think of it before you make those decisions. So I'm going to hopefully add something to what's already out there. One of the reasons that I decided that I was going to do it, the why, if you will, of my channel, why I've started to do this at 47 years old, almost 48 in May, with all the folks that are already out there doing a great job. When I was looking at YouTube, there was a couple of things. There's not as many people in my age group, although I've seen more and more, which is excellent, that represent sort of my perspective on beauty, skincare, all of those things as I get closer to 50. There are things that worked for me when I was 25 that just do not work for me now. And I have a better sense, frankly, of my style and the things that I want to do than I did when I was 25. Nothing wrong with being 25, but the perspective of somebody who's that age versus the perspective of somebody who's my age, it's helpful to see that or to listen to it when it comes to skincare or beauty, makeup, because it does change. Your skin changes, your hair changes, everything changes. So one, I thought that would be a good perspective, something that could be a value add to the YouTube environment. So that's the first thing. Second of all, I decided that it would be a lot of fun to try to do something totally different and a little bit outside my comfort zone. I love to do makeup and I've always played around with it, but again, I'm not a professional. I was a makeup artist when I was younger, when I was in school, but I didn't do it for a living. And again, that was 20 years ago. So it's not something I've done for a long time. I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes, which I think is okay, because I think there's a lot of you out there who feel like when they see people, maybe some people, on YouTube or at, certain stores, that their makeup is perfect and they all seem fully pulled together. Most of us aren't that way. Most of us are just running around trying to get an extra 5 minutes to do whatever it is they're gonna do. Their makeup, take a bath, go to yoga, whatever you're trying to get in that day. And so hopefully I can give a perspective of somebody who, has a full-time, very, very, very busy job, that also loves makeup and fashion and all those things. And I can hopefully give you some tips and tricks about how to do things to get a more glamorous look like I'm wearing right now, and also a simpler look that you can do for every day that takes 5 to 10 minutes. Skincare is going to be a part of all this. I have a pretty extensive skincare routine that I'm happy to share with all of you if that's something you guys are interested in. Fashion, hair, all those things as we move forward. And again, I hope to build a channel where people, regardless of age, regardless of anything, can come and listen and watch me make a complete fool out of myself, probably. But also to share their ideas of what works for them and suggestions about how to do things, because I think you can learn a lot from a whole bunch of people getting together and talking about what they love to do and what works for them. So with that, my hope is that in the beginning I will upload definitely once a week, hopefully more. The filming, of course, is difficult because of my full-time job. And again, I'm not doing this channel or any of this to quit my job and become a professional YouTuber. This is just more of a way for me to express something creative that I love to do with all of you, and hopefully maybe add something to your knowledge and give you some ideas about different beauty tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, and hopefully have some fun. But it's probably going to take me a little bit of time to become proficient at all of this, the editing and all of that stuff that a lot of the YouTubers I've seen have got down. I am just learning, and I will tell you, for all of you who have watched a lot of YouTube but aren't on YouTube necessarily, that there's a lot more involved than you would originally think. So it's going to take me a little time to get all of those things down. But I hope that you bear with me and maybe laugh along with me as I try to figure all of this out. So again, in the beginning, once a week, hopefully more than that. And then as I get better at it, twice a week, and we'll go from there. So hopefully you'll join me as I continue this YouTube journey. If you like this video, please hit the like button below and hit subscribe. It really does help for YouTube to see that people are subscribing and watching and liking the videos. My understanding is that means that they promote your channel more than they would if, you know, it doesn't seem like it's growing. Although I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how all this works yet, but I will figure it out. So again, thank you so much for joining today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.